welcome back students. So after understanding polynomial and polynomial equation, we will now move to the special case of equation which is identities. Now identities is a very important topic and many good questions are framed from this in engineering exams. So let's start. What is identity? Now if I want to define identity, what is identity? When I say that number of roots is greater than degree. Now let us understand this. See, we have already seen that if I have an equation of the form say ax square plus bx plus c equal to 0. Okay. So how many roots it will have? It will have 2 roots, right? The reason is because its degree is 2. But when I start saying that this equation has number of roots say 5, say 10, say 15, that means I am saying that number of roots is greater than degree. It is no more an equation, it becomes an identity. Okay. Now, a question that may come to your mind is that how is it becoming identity? How is it possible? So, I will explain you. Suppose I take a simple example, students. I form an equation like this. 5 minus 5 into x squared. 3 minus 3 into x plus 7 minus 7 equal to 0. Okay, so first thing that you will say, ma'am, it is not a quadratic equation, it is not a linear equation. Yeah, definitely. Because here this part is also 0, this is 0 and this is 0. So it is no more an equation. So what it is becoming? Now, a very important thing that you will find over here is that if I put any value of x in it, I will always get it equal to 0. Suppose I put x equal to 2 into this equation, I will have it 0. Because it is 0 into x square plus 0 into x plus 0 only, right? So it will always be 0. So very important thing that in identity, I will say that equation is satisfied for all real values of x and no more it is an identity. Okay? No more it is an equation. It becomes an identity. So, condition for this is that all A equal to 0, B equal to 0 and C equal to 0 and that too simultaneously. Okay, now what are A, B, C? These are coefficients of x square, coefficient of x and constant term. Even if 2 are 0, suppose A and B are 0, C is not 0, in that case I will not say that it would be true for all values of x. So this is very important that A equal to 0, B equal to 0, C equal to 0, that should happen simultaneously. Okay. Now, one more important thing that you have to be aware that whenever we are solving such questions in which my equation becomes identity, you have to understand that equation is identity in which variable, right? That means identity in x, identity in variable y, identity in variable a. We will solve a question and it becomes very clear. Okay, just to understand this question now. This question says, find values of a, okay, find if some values of a exist for this equation so that it becomes identity in x. And second part says that it becomes identity in a. Okay, so let us solve the first thing because I said that it should become identity in x. So that means whenever you are solving question, when you are saying that it has to become identity in x, okay, in that case first of all you will bring your expression into this form, this into x square plus this into x plus this, okay, and if I want that this should be satisfied for all real values of x, I will put this equal to 0, this equal to 0 and this also equal to 0. So let us do it and get the final answer. Okay, so when I will do it, what I will have, I'll put here it would be a square minus 4. In above equation it would be a minus 2 and here I will have a square minus 3a plus 2. Okay. Now when I put a square minus 4 equal to 0, I'll get two values of a. Okay, a equal to plus 2 and a equal to minus 2. So what do many students do? They say that the answer would be plus 2 and minus 2. No, we cannot decide the answer at this very step. Okay, we have to complete the question, because whatever common value of A for which all of them are 0 we'll get, that will be my final answer, right? That is what simultaneously word means. Okay, solving the next part, I'll have A equal to 2. Solving this, A square minus 3A plus 2 equal to 0, I have A minus 1 into A minus 2 equal to 0. That gives me A equal to 1 and A equal to 2. Is there any common value of A that basically makes all of them 0? Yeah, I have. A equal to 2, A equal to 2, A equal to 2. So that becomes my answer. Let's solve the next part. I want that it should become identity in A. Okay, so let me write the question again. It was A square minus 4 into x square plus A minus 2 into x plus A square minus 3A plus 2 equal to 0. If I want that this should become identity in x, the first thing that I should do is, I should be converting this whole equation into A square plus this into A and plus this constant part equal to 0. So let us write, so what will come over here? With A square, what is attached? X square. So I will write x square, and here I am having plus 1. Okay. With A, what is linked? I have x from here and minus 3 from here. Okay. And what is the constant part? Minus 4x square from this and plus 2. So if I will make all of them equal to 0, I have to find, is there any common value of x for which all of them become 0? So let us check it out. So you get, from the very first you will say x square plus 1 equal to 0, that is giving you x equal to plus minus iota, right? X equal to 3, and so you can see easily that here I am not getting any common value, so I will have no answer. Okay, so there is no real value of x for which the whole expression becomes equal to 0 always, for all values of A. Okay, so what is my final answer? That there is no value of x for which this equation becomes identity in A. Very good question. Okay, now let's move to another question. Okay, just to understand that what really we have learned. So here you have to find num now. Again, understand, here you have to find number of values of A. One value of A, two values of A. They are not asking you the exact value of A. For this whole equation becomes identity in X. So first thing that I will be doing is rearranging it into this form, because it's already arranged. So I don't have to do anything. I have to put this equal to 0, this equal to 0 and this equal to 0. And then I have to find the common value of A for which all these brackets become 0. Let's find it. This says A minus 1, A minus 2 equal to 0. This gives me two values, A equal to 1 or A equal to 2. Okay. From the next one, I have A minus 2 into A minus 3 equal to 0. This gives me A equal to 2 or A equal to 3. And finally, I have A square minus 4 equal to 0. So, A equal to plus minus 2. Is there any common value? Yes, I have. That is A equal to 2. But I don't have to say answer is 2. So, number of values of A that is possible is only 1. Okay. Now, let's try to understand that where we get confused, and let us clarify that point. Condition for which the polynomial equation becomes identity. Now this question is not completed. Okay, what students do, they just start solving this question, but I don't know that it is saying identity in which variable. So that should specify that identity, okay, in which variable. Very important. Either it is identity in X, A, B and whatever. Okay. The second thing is, many students think that I will say A0, A1, A2 and AN 0. That is not correct. All coefficients should be 0. So that means A0, A1, A2, A3, A4, all of them till AN should be equal to 0 simultaneously. Okay. So then only I will say that yes, this is done. So that means whenever you are solving question, you have to be aware in which variable I am talking about. Variable, first of all, first point, and second point, all coefficients. Okay, so that will make us solve identity question very easily. Okay. So this is all in identities. I hope now it is clear what is identities and how to solve questions related to them. So please stay tuned with me to talk about how to find roots. Have a great day. Thank you.